Out here in the American West, the mountains have always kept a sacred promise. Every winter, they catch the clouds and wrap themselves in snow. For generations, this annual ritual has shaped the land, the people, and the rhythms of life across the region. This snow isn't just for show. It's the region's life support system, feeding rivers, filling reservoirs, and sustaining millions. But this year, in the winter of 2025-2026, that promise is broken, and the consequences are rippling far beyond the mountaintops. A historic snow drought has settled over the landscape, replacing the crunch of snow with the whisper of dry winds. The silence is unsettling, a stark reminder of what's missing. The snow that should blanket the Sierra Nevada, Rockies, and Cascades is missing, threatening water security, agriculture, and entire ecosystems. Rivers run lower, and wildlife struggles to adapt to the new reality. Salt Lake City has gone 327 days without snow, a record not seen since the 1890s. Residents are left wondering when, or if, winter will return. This isn't just a quirky weather stat. It's a symbol of a crisis gripping the entire western United States. Cities, farms, and forests all feel the impact. Today, we'll explore what a snow drought is, why it matters, and the staggering numbers behind this year's missing snow. We'll look at the science, the stories, and the stakes. We'll investigate the record-breaking warmth turning blizzards into rain, and the cascading consequences for water, wildfire, and winter economies. Ski resorts sit empty, and fire crews brace for a longer, drier season. This is more than a story about weather. It's a story about our changing climate and our future. The choices we make now will shape the winters and the world our children inherit. When we think of drought, we picture cracked earth and dry riverbeds, but there's another kind, a snow drought, which is less visible but just as serious. A snow drought means abnormally low snow on the ground, disrupting the natural water storage system in the mountains, and threatening the water supply for entire regions. The snowpack is nature's reservoir, storing water for the dry months ahead, slowly releasing it as temperatures rise. This year, we're seeing both a lack of precipitation and, more importantly, record warmth that's changing how and when water is delivered to the land. Even when storms arrive, warm air turns snow into rain, which runs off quickly and bypasses the natural storage of snowpack, leaving less water for the months ahead. Snow acts as a time-release capsule for water, melting slowly in spring to replenish rivers and reservoirs, supporting ecosystems and communities downstream. Rain, by contrast, rushes away and leaves nothing for the long term, making it harder to manage water resources during dry periods. Scientists measure snow water equivalent, or SWE, the true gauge of the mountain water reservoir, which tells us how much water is actually stored in the snow. Right now, SWE levels across the West are at historic lows, raising alarms for water managers and communities alike. This isn't just a winter with less powder, it's a winter where the region's water tower is nearly empty, putting pressure on agriculture, cities, and wildlife. The implications for everyone downstream are enormous, affecting everything from drinking water to food production and the health of entire ecosystems. The data from scientists is alarming. By early February, snow cover across the West is just 1/3 of normal. That's about 155,000 square miles of snow, over 300,000 square miles less than usual. Oregon's snowpack is 30% lower than its previous record low. Colorado is at 57% of average, and Utah at just 62%. On February 1st, 91% of SNOTEL stations reported below median snow water content. This is a systemic failure, not a localized problem. Climate scientist Daniel Swain says the snowpack is as bad as it's ever been for this time of year in every western state. January, usually a prime month for snow, was warm and dry, with many states getting half or less of their average precipitation. In a bizarre twist, the Florida Panhandle has seen more snow than Salt Lake City this year. This single fact photograph captures the upside-down nature of this winter. The main culprit isn't just a lack of storms, it's relentless, record-shattering warmth, the kind that rewrites what we thought possible for winter in the West. A stubborn high-pressure dome has parked over the West, pushing storms north and letting heat dominate. This atmospheric blockade has lingered for weeks, trapping warmth and keeping the region unusually dry. Since December, over 8,500 daily high-temperature records have been tied or broken, shattering expectations and leaving communities reeling from the heat. The freezing line in the mountains is far higher than normal, so storms bring rain instead of snow. This shift means less snowpack to feed rivers and reservoirs in the months ahead. Rain melts what little snow accumulates, compounding the crisis. The ground, already warm, can't hold on to moisture, and the snowpack shrinks even faster. 67 weather stations report the warmest December-February period ever recorded. A staggering statistic that highlights just how unusual this season has been. Utah had its warmest November and December in 130 years. The ground never froze, so rain just ran off. Fields that should be blanketed in snow stayed bare, exposing soil to erosion. Instead of slow, steady snowmelt, we get sporadic rain and increased risk of mudslides. The land is left vulnerable, and water supplies are threatened. Mark Cerise of the National Snow and Ice Data Center says, "I have not seen a winter like this before." Scientists across the region echo his concern, calling this season a wake-up call. The persistent heat is the fingerprint of a changing climate, turning a low snow year into a catastrophe. The consequences will ripple through ecosystems, water supplies, and communities for months to come. The western snowpack is the main water source for over 40 million people. The slow spring melt fills reservoirs like Lake Mead and Lake Powell, supplying cities and farms. Without snowmelt, the system collapses. The Colorado River, fed by mountain snow, provides water to 7 states and parts of Mexico. This year's water supply outlook for the Colorado River Basin is the worst in over 30 years. 7 states are locked in urgent negotiations over drastic water cuts. If they fail, the federal government will step in. The snow drought is hitting a system already weakened by decades of megadrought and low reservoirs. No snow now means no replenishment this spring, forcing cities to restrict water and farmers to leave fields fallow. The silent crisis in the mountains is about to become a loud crisis in our communities. The stakes couldn't be higher. Snow and fire are two sides of the same coin in the West. A deep snowpack delays fire season by keeping the ground moist and cool. This year's snow drought has stripped away that defense, priming the landscape for catastrophic wildfires. With little snow, the sun's energy dries out soil and vegetation months early. Experts warn of tinderbox conditions and an early severe fire season. Rain runs off quickly, doing little to boost deep soil moisture. The warmth also encourages early growth of grasses, which dry out and become kindling. The quiet mountains today could mean roaring flames this summer. For many Western communities, winter is an economy built on snow. The snow drought has devastated the multi-billion-dollar ski and snowboard industry. By Thanksgiving, only 11% of skiable terrain was open. Many resorts couldn't open at all. Hotels, restaurants, and shops are suffering, and seasonal workers are losing jobs. Even the best snowmaking technology can't keep up. Warmth makes it impossible to run the machines. The crisis is forcing a reckoning about the future of winter tourism in a warming world. The reliable winters these economies depend on can no longer be taken for granted. The 2026 snow drought is a warning. Adaptation is now a necessity. Scientists are watching this winter with alarm, calling the 2026 snow drought a direct result of climate change. The extreme, persistent warmth is the key evidence. A warmer atmosphere holds more moisture, but also means more rain and less snow. The freezing line is moving higher, shrinking the area where snow can accumulate. Mark Serez says, "I have not seen a winter like this before." Daniel Swain notes the unprecedented scope. "These are not flukes, they're the new reality in a warming world." The average winter is becoming warmer and less snowy. Extremes are becoming more extreme. This year is a stress test for the West's water, ecosystems, and economies, and the results are troubling. The scientific message is urgent. The climate is changing now, and the time to act is running out. The immediate future looks bleak. There's little hope for a snowpack recovery this season. Water shortages, wildfire risk, and economic pain are now locked in for spring and summer 2026. This snow drought is a preview of what could become the new normal. We must rethink water management, invest in conservation, and collaborate across states and sectors. Forest management and fire-resilient communities are essential to face longer, more severe fire seasons. Winter tourism must adapt, diversifying beyond snow-dependent activities. But adaptation isn't enough. We must address the root cause: climate change. The science is clear. Greenhouse gas emissions are fueling these extremes. The path forward is a rapid transition to clean energy and bold climate action. The silent, snowless mountains of 2026 are sending a loud message: the time for incremental change is over.